What is up? Don't forget to subscribe, follow me on YouTube and Dreams, subscribe. Check out my channel playlist for more tutorials like my hitbox tutorial that'll help out with fighting games. Check out my how to make fighting games tutorial, and check out my how to make combos tutorial, and check out my how to make 2D games tutorial. So let's say you have a character select screen and you're able to choose multiple characters for your game, but then you're running into the problem of programming a character that you created for a separate scene, sort of like this one right here. This guy is right here, and then I put this character inside of here from a separate scene. But then whenever I was using the emitter, like I had the emitter for some of the attacks, the emitter wasn't emitting, let's say, these objects right here. And the reason why is because the objects were not in this scene, So the emitter just couldn't grasp and find those objects. What you need to do is not make different stages whenever you're first making the characters. What you need to do is make the characters all on the same stage, and then that makes it to where you can remix it and load that remix into this scene, that scene that has the objects that you can emit, That's one thing. So it's sort of like this. We would go to the edit mode, and then we would search, and then it would be right here. Now I had to make it a remix, so I had to remix test, and the reason why is because the first test was actually under the label of game. So if it's under the label of game, then you can't select it in this select feature up here. So what you need to do is find it, hit the remix, or hit edit. You might have to hit edit, or maybe remix will work for you. And then you'll have to save the version. And then you could save it to your PS4, or if you hit remix, which you'll most likely just be hitting remix, you can do this after you hit edit. And then you could select the proper version. Just don't hit game, don't hit audio. I'm pretty sure it'll work for character, sculpture, contraption. I'm pretty sure it'll work for those. And that way you can load this into here. The thing is, the reason why you don't want to make your characters on a separate stage is because whenever you're loading things into here, it can take up stuff on the thermometer, and if it takes up too much, it won't allow you to load it. So you might have to take stuff out before you load it into here, but just make sure you're not taking things out that the emitted object has to emit, or the emitter has to emit. So there was one other thing that you could do, but this right here might change the way you program. What you could do is group this with whatever it is emitting. But the thing is that you can't group emitted stuff if it's inside of a timeline. However, you can if it's outside of the timeline. As you can see, the option is there. So that apparently that'll make it to where it'll load into the scene easier if you try that, but that'll change the way you're programming. Instead of an emitter being here, there would be a keyframe here, and the keyframe recording this to power on, and then the emitter being either out here somewhere, maybe in here somewhere if that works inside of the Puppet microchip. It just depends on what works. So that's one other thing to know. Another thing to know is whenever you're making two-player games, you can actually reduce sculpture detail here, and that could actually make it to where you can put more stuff in your scene. So we're learning how to polish two-player games to where we can do more with our two-player games and create them appropriately to where we can do it the quickest way possible. As of right now in early access, some of this stuff could update. So over here we can see the original scene that I pulled that guy from, the anglerfish. I deleted some of the stuff, not all of it, and that's because it was emitting this stuff right here. So the emitter is pulling from this stuff right here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. All that is coming from that stuff over here, not this stuff over here, but as you can see, it's the same stage. So I still gotta delete some of that stuff. And I have appropriately around 15 characters, so you can see how this right here will be what takes up most of your time after you've done the programming for each of your characters. It'll pretty much be this. And again, if you want to change your game's category, it's right here. Just change the category, whatever you need to change it to. You can hit this reset category, filter, all that great stuff right there. All that great stuff right there. You can mess around with these options also. And that should pretty much be it for what I want to say with polishing two-player games. You can check out my how to make two-player games tutorial. It should be in my channel playlist. All this stuff should be in my channel playlist where you guys can learn stuff. Just click on there. After clicking on my channel name, you should see playlist somewhere up at the top on my channel. Then go there, and there should be tutorials and stuff for Dreams, PS4, music, animation, sculpture, all sorts of stuff that you may need. Two-player games, how to make 2D games. Follow me on Dreams, and I hope this helps you guys polish your multiplayer fighting games. Again, you don't want to make stages until after you've done the rooms that'll have each character fighting each other. And then you'll just delete the background stuff and whatnot, and then you'll have pretty much the layout that you need. And then you can look up my how to make dreams, how to use the doorway gadget, how to link scenes, how to create games, how to release games, all that stuff that you may need. I have that stuff too. So I hope this helps out. Don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Dreams, and peace out, guys. That's me, Young Tex YouTube.